In this video, we're going to be talking about the 3 tips that I use that you can implement on how to rewire your brain. Stick around, superheroes. What's up, YouTube? It is Andre, the superhero of love, and let's dive right into it. Today, we are going to be talking about how to rewire your brain. And let me tell you that when I first started my spiritual awakening journey, I had no freaking idea that I could change my brain. I thought I was born with the brain that I had. I thought I could not change it. I thought it was fixed. I thought I was stupid, that was dumb, that I can never learn anything new, that I can't do this, I can't do that. Bullshit. I learned that I could change like that if I wanted to. And I learned that because of neuroplasticity. And I didn't know that terminology. It was never ever introduced to me until I was ready to hear it and receive it. And once I learned about neuroplasticity, I'm like, oh my God, I could change my brain? Really? I can really change my brain? I could be whatever I want? And that is when everything started to change. But I had to become aware. And that is my first tip, is that awareness is key. And I may sound like a broken record, but I'm telling you that awareness, you have to be aware of your programming. And when I first started, I had to really look at what didn't work in my life. I was negative, I was angry, I was always pissed off, and I was very disrespectful and rude to people, believe it or not. So I started journaling, and I talked about journaling in one of my videos, which you can check out here. But my journal was very basic, and I started saying, okay, what do I need to do to change? So I started writing down, okay, I want to be more positive, so I'm gonna start smiling more, and I'm gonna stop swearing. I want to be happier, so again, I'm gonna smile more and give people compliments and be nice. I want to be healthier, so I'm gonna eat better. I'm gonna try not to eat junk food and work out. When I became aware of these things, that changed everything, and here we are today. So, first tip is to be aware. So, superheroes, the second tip that I have for you is that you have to put it into practice, which means that repetition equals mastery. That's right. Small, simple steps. We're bringing that back again. It's all linked together. Repetition equals mastery. So, when I was first starting out, I was telling myself, I am affirmations. I am positive. I am beautiful. I am sexy. I am handsome. I am confident. I am powerful. I am divine. I am stellar. And it kept evolving. I am a warrior. I am a beast. I am is the 2 most powerful words in the English language. And I kept telling myself that. I would go in the mirror and tell myself, I am. Instead of what I used to tell myself, oh, you're ugly. Oh, you're hideous. You're negative. You're never gonna change. You're a monster. You're a demon. You're disgusting. I'm ashamed of you. I would tell myself these degrading things. And of course, that's rewiring my brain for negative thinking. And remember, our subconscious mind is 95% of our mind, of our brain. So the programming that you're putting in, be careful what you're putting in. And that's why I'm telling you that every single day, little by little, you may not feel it at first. I didn't feel it at first. I felt like a liar. Like, I felt like a fraud. I felt like this is not working. But over time, it was working, all right. I started to see small changes, and those changes led to bigger changes, and bigger changes to bigger changes. And it brought me new experiences, new opportunities, new amazing people in my life. And it all started with rewiring my mind, my brain. And I kept practicing every single day, especially during the first wave of pandemic, where I got to work on myself. I threw my phone into the drawer and I got to work. So I am absolutely grateful to COVID for giving me the time to truly take advantage and really, really take my mind to the next level and my brain to the next level. So then I read a book called Limitless by Jim Quick. And in that book, he talked about something called neuroplasticity. And I had never heard that word until I read it in that book. And when I read it in that book, and it talked about that you can change your brain and that we aren't fixed to the brain that we have. We can evolve it, we can grow it. It's plastic and we can mold it to our will. I was like, oh my God, I can be anything, I can learn anything. Oh wow, it opened up the floodgates to heaven. Because he also said that we actually use 100% of our brain. When I was a child, I was told that only smart people can use 14% of their brain, whereas the rest of us average people can only use 10 or less. And because I was called stupid and I was average, I wired that into my subconscious that, oh, I can't learn to be this, or I can't learn to do that, or I can't be this, or I can't be that. Those are limiting beliefs. But when I learned that I could change my brain and morph it to my will, oh, I got to work during that first wave of pandemic. So that's gonna lead to tip number 3 in a sec. And that once I learned that I could have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset, and there's a book called Mindset by Carol Dweck, which I would highly recommend you check out because it is so powerful. It talks about growth mindset and fixed mindset, that you can change your brain. You can learn new things. You can do this instead of saying, oh, I can't learn this, I can't do that. When I kept wiring in every single day that I am, and I can, and I will, these things start really changing my life. So then, which is going to lead into tip number 3 right now, is that you have to learn new stuff and challenge yourself. And when I started doing that, I started getting uncomfortable. I started going into Zoom calls. I was terrified to go in Zoom calls. I was terrified to put my camera on. I was the kid in school who would hide in the back. And if a teacher asked a question, I would actually make sure that I was hiding. I would put my hood over my head because I was terrified, I was afraid. But now, because I kept saying I am confident, I am worthy, I am handsome, I am smart, I am knowledgeable, and I can learn anything, I raise my hand in any situation that approaches it. When it comes to like Zoom calls or meetings, I'm usually the one that answers first because I'm putting myself in an uncomfortable situation. And then I started learning about feminism. I had no idea what the hell feminism was. Equalism, human equality. I started learning about the brain, neuroplasticity. I started learning about spirituality. I started learning about energy healing. I started learning about chakra. I started learning about a whole bunch of stuff, and the list goes on and on and on. And it kept challenging myself. I kept learning, kept growing, kept evolving. And I could keep learning stuff. And my brain kept morphing and changing and evolving and absorbing. But here's the thing, I also put it into practice. If you're learning, but you don't put it into practice, well, here's the thing, knowledge is not power. It is only power if you use and implement it. Otherwise, it is useless facts. It is useless facts. You can preach it to somebody, but if you're not implementing it yourself, it's useless facts. The things that I tell you on my YouTube channel, I implement them. I work on them myself. I'm not perfect. There are days where I slip up. That's called being human. I am not perfect. Imperfect action. But take action and learn new things, because it starts really rewiring your mind too, and your brain. All right, everybody. Those were my 3 tips today on how to rewire your brain.